Alright, so I was working on a video for putting a Chrysler 29 spline 8 1/4 into the back of the Comanche. I'm going to be doing that to Pine Tree, but I ended up with some snags. I got to order some parts, so I'm going to make a quick run around video for you guys on where we're at with Project Pine Tree. So just so you guys got a little heads up of what we're going to be doing. So anyway, I appreciate you watching. I appreciate all the subs lately and all the views. It really means a lot to me. I'm working hard at making sure the content's quality for you. So if you could hit the thumbs up button for me, that would really help. Subscribe, obviously, and you'll keep up to date on the project. But anyway, thank you much. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Sorry if the footage is a little bit close. I'm inside the shop and I got multiple projects going on, but here's Pine Tree in all of her glory. We decided on the Cherokee we're gonna go back to a 33-inch Duratrack, which is what it was built for. So I'm gonna take the 35's from the XJ and I'm gonna donate them to Pine Tree. So there they are. I went ahead and took fender flares off and I moved those up, and as you can see I'm at the top of the body line here, and then I did some trimming inside, some trimming down here. I took this back to the first bolt. Usually there's two mounting bolts here, so I took that to there, and then inside here I got a little screw there, and then those are screwed in, and that's all good. So then I wanted to get, my main goal, my major concern was the rear opening. So I've got the 35's on there. This is the factory leaf spring under still, and in the opening where it would be if I lifted it. I've got these gnarly lift shackles back here. I'm going to go back to a factory Comanche shackle, and it's going to go spring over with a new axle with a bunch of other brackets and stuff like that I'll show you here in just a second. But anyway, I wanted to get this all done, and I wanted to get the trim done, which I got that taken care of, and I got the rear bumper built. So that's all good. I'm going to stay with the Comanche shackles, and I'm going to stay with the Comanche leaf springs, the factory ones. And I built these as a bastard pack, so I think it's got a Cherokee main in it that helps with the arch. And then those are tied in down here. I'll probably end up welding these. Whoa! Welding those on, just for some more support. But that's a nice little 45-degree angle skid. Then I'll put some trim lock on there here and call it a day. That trim. Pretty good. So there's that. I've got this extra transfer case over here on the ground. So rather than do gear axles, what I did is I ordered a doubler kit. So I'm going to run a 231 doubler in the Comanche. I've got plenty of wheelbase to be able to do that. So we're going to run that. We'll have twin sticks. We won't have front dig, but we'll have two low, double low, all of that good jazz. I'm also going to run rear cutting brakes or rear turning brakes like you see in a sand dune buggy or whatever. It'll give me a little bit more tight turning radius, especially with this long bed. So I'm going to end up with 5 sticks in here when I'm done. So I've got the 2 individual sides for the rear. I've got the manual transmission. I'll have the front case, and then I'll have a rear case stick in here. So I'll have 5 sticks to control all that. I'm going to leave the axles open for the moment and see how it does. I do have I do have an Aussie locker for that 29 spline 8 1/4. So we'll get that. in at some point, but I want to run it open and see how she does open for now, especially with the 35s and the snow season coming. Got the canopy put back on. She looks good. She's a snug top canopy, so it's got a seal around here that lets me get from the slider into the back canopy. So I'm going to seal all this off, and then I'll be able to get heat and sound and whatever back in here and reach back in there when we're on the road. So when we put this new axle in, we got some other stuff to do too. So I've got some TNT long arms that I've had, so I'm going to long arm this thing. I've also got a BK Fabworks steering kit for it. I didn't have their Heims, so I ordered Rough Stuff Heims. These are 3/4 to 5/8 Heim joints, 2 left-hand thread, 2 right-hand thread. I have enough Heim joints here and here, and I have bracketry to be able to run a ladder bar for the rear axle. Here's the brackets for the control arms, so I'll be able to build a custom cross member for the lower control arms for the long arms. Over here I also have a U-bolt eliminator, and stretch kit. So this is what's called the Rough Stuff 2 Plus perch kit. It allows you to move the axle location in the wheel well forward or back depending on how you use this. So that'll help me correct where this wheel is, because you can see I'm way tight on the front and I'm not very tight in the back. Some of that will come back when I change that shackle, because of the geometry of this suspension will come back up like this when I change that shackle, but I'm still not going to be where I want to be. So I'm going to stretch this back a little bit with these. I'm actually going to move the front forward probably a little bit with the long arms, and I'm going to build the custom cross member, and which is in turn going to build a belly, because I have to build that doubler kit, and I'll have that doubler kit in the house. I'll show you that here in just a minute. And then we'll probably do battery relocation and airbox relocation, cowl intake. I've got the stuff to do cowl intake, and I'll move the battery, and I want to run dual batteries off a solenoid so I can run 12 volt back here in the bed, because I'm going to build a sleeping platform back here probably. Yeah. So what I'm going to do in the immediate future, what I want to try to get done, I want to try to take this to the Thanksgiving run that we have posted on the community. Look us up on the Facebook community. The link's down here in the description. Click on the events on the left hand side, and that'll bring you to our events tab, and then we have a Thanksgiving run for the Tillamook State Forest. I really want to take Pine Tree on the run to TSF, but I know I'm not going to be able to get the long arms, the doubler, the rear axle, the whole build done, the cutting brakes and all that. So I'm going to focus on getting the rear axle put in, getting it rebuilt, put in solid, new brackets, new shock locators, all that good stuff. I'm going to try to get the cutting brakes plumbed and put in.